we don't get to talk much about tennis in this country. You know why, Alfred? Because we miss the discussion at this junior level. So now we have names we can look forward to. So Mary Love Edward is doing well now. Oyinlomo Quadra is doing well now. Michael Itodo is doing well now. Oiza is doing well now. You see, we know names. 5 years from now, we'll ask questions.
That's I think that's the point that Coach Ubale did mention at the end there, because it's not dominating the junior circuit. West Africa, you go for tournament. There are 12 gold medals to be won. Nigeria comes back with 11 and a half. With 11 and a half gold medal, complete dominance.
That's
and
right.
Years down the line, you begin to look for these players. And those are the things that, where is the sacrifice? Where is the support? Where is the sponsorship? You look at these players that come here to play events. Take the Governor's Cup, for instance. Yeah. One of the parents or maybe a guardian comes with this kid, travels around the world, playing tournaments, ITF tournaments with that kid. The investment is this kid must grow up and play this game professionally. So there's a support group around that athlete. There's a guardian that is always traveling with that. Somebody that's taking care of the bills, the traveling costs, and all of that. And all of that. Yeah. And your own is just to play tennis. We don't have that kind of support structure, and that is why we just lose out on these young talents that we have.
So where is that disconnect? Is it from the ministry or the federation? Who is not supporting?
I think,
because they're representing Nigeria.
I think they are representing Nigeria. I mean, I think it gets to a situation where corporate Nigeria should come in. But first, the association should be able to transparently market these kids. Where are the programs on ground? Are they stated in such a way that somebody can easily relate with them to say, okay, how many? 1, 2, or 3? Even just say for 1. We are picking the bills. Okay, this kid is going to play 5, 6, 7 tournaments around the world and play with the rest of it. Because it is, whether you like it or not, when the likes of Nadal and Djokovic are talking, they'll tell you that they play wind-building tennis together. They play the under-15, they play the under-12, they play under... Because they are about the same age and, at the same generation. So they meet themselves. It's like this one is progressing, the other one too is progressing. So when you don't have your words playing this kind of tournament, that is where really the disconnect is.
That's right. So, but we're glad we're talking about the development of junior tennis in Nigeria. So now you know that Nigerian tennis players... by the way, Oyinlomo Quadri is in the world rankings, though she's down there, but it gives us joy that she's already in the ITF world rankings. And as Alfred said, an enabling environment, federation needs to do their bit. They need to package. We've always been talking about this thing. Package it, let it look admirable. Put it like a beautiful bride, and someone comes and say, will you marry me? That's what we should be doing with tennis, particularly at this junior level, because they have the talent and they're doing so well. So let's just hope that first they do well in the qualifiers for the African Junior Championships and then go to the main competition and then represent the country properly. Sports Tonight on Channels Television. It's all about representing the country properly. That's what the Nigerian Football Federation wants to do with the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. At the NFF, they're strategizing every now and then, putting things together to make sure that money's come. They signed an agreement with the players, say, look, we will pay you your bonus. You have a problem. Then another release came out, Alfred. They said, upfront, that from March you start getting your money. We like this sort of thing. It shows we mean business with the World Cup.
Well, that money being paid from March, FIFA, if you listen, their FIFA communication sometime back, every player that is in the provisional squad list of players for the World Cup from as early as March, each player for the club gets about $8,000. Is that huge? I mean, there's payments that go to players, go to
federations,
money
is everywhere.
There is so much money to be shared in all of this. I think I want to commend the Nigerian Football Federation for this. Like I said earlier, we've seen Africa is a case in point where it happens often. The Ghanaians did it. The Super
Eagles is also giving money.
The CAF preparation money, $50,000 to prepare the team. Adequate preparations for the World Cup. And so, I mean, this money flying around. The most important thing is that we have a plan on ground. Follow that plan through. Follow that plan through. Be transparent in your dealing with the players. Because if the players know that it comes, we have, this is our interest, this is what we are getting, and you promise us that you're going to give, and you give us at the appropriate time. Hey, let's go there and play the ball.
Follow the plan through. That's what our friend has said. Don't say things that you will not do. That's what the Minister for Youth and Sports in Nigeria, Barrister Solomon Dalung, is also saying. NFF will agree to all your plans, but make sure you follow the plans through. Let's listen to him. We'll be right back.
we are a football nation, and the passion is high. We have introduced a different approach to the mobilization for the World Cup this time. When the Federation gave a budget of what we need up about 3 billion for the budget, I said, good and fine. How much is the Federation going to raise? Because it cannot be government alone. How much? And then they said, okay, we are going to get so $1 million from we've got so from FIFA for training. We got this, we converted it. In all, they will raise like, out of the 3 billion, they will raise like 3.5, they will raise like 1.5 billion. Government will now provide 2. Then I said, okay, it's good to hear, but the problem has always been the practical application of some of these agreements. How are we going to address the issue of the players? And we agreed from the briefing they gave me is that from what we got from FIFA, we'll be able to pay the allowances of players up front in March. But I told them, one of the greatest mistakes you will do with what you are telling me is that I'm going to insist there will be no space for it. I'm going to insist that at that point where you said we will do this, we must do it. That's one thing with me, because I do my things mechanically. We said we are going to pay them up front in March. You've gotten 12.5 or so million from FIFA. Good. The money should be ready. By March, the players will have their money up front.
So it's okay to talk, but walk the talk. And I like the fact that everyone is being firm. The NFF is being firm. Players know that, look, these persons are doing their part. So when the World Cup comes, they also do their part.
I also like the fact that everybody has, it's like putting the cards on the table. Budget of 3.5 billion. From what we're going to get from FIFA, CAF, and the rest of them, we can raise as much as 1.5 billion. That's fair enough. Yeah. Government counterpart funding, it has to come. I mean, it's like putting the cards on the table. We know where it's coming, and if agreements are reached in terms of funding this huge budget for the World Cup. Another drawback is when other federation chairmen, athletes, and others just sit down to listen. What are we talking about here? One event. Football. I know. Football. And wrestling could not raise a team to Commonwealth Games.
We couldn't take 12 wrestlers.
Managed to take 5.
Or 5.
Managed to take. Another association, there are some that couldn't even attend.
And that's why the minister started his speech the way he did. He said, we are a football playing nation. Everybody always says that we love our football. So with all of these plans, let's just hope that everything falls in place for a successful World Cup campaign for Nigeria. Sports Tonight on Channels TV. Let's go on this break. When we come back, more talks, particularly on the NPFL Know Your Club segment. Don't go anywhere. Stay.